because one thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna find out the truth. And you know that I was finding out that truth. If I entertain something that I know is not true on the internet, people be like, oh, it is true because you're addressing it. But when I don't address it, it's true as well. So I'm like, you know what? I'm just not gonna entertain it. And at the end of the day, I know what's going on in my house.
Oh, Happy New Year's. He was like, Happy New Year's, I love you. Like, you've been killing this, like, keep going, da-da-da. He's so, like, drunk that he misinterpreted.
Whole bomb dropped, and it exploded in a way nobody can unsee. A leaked tape just flipped the internet upside down, and now Saweetie is coming in swinging with a massive $50 million lawsuit. What you're about to hear is straight up wild. See, the whispers about Offset and Saweetie hooking up while Cardi was pregnant? They've been floating around the game since way back in 2021. It all started with PVO's messy lyric, "You butted the gang," which instantly fanned the flames. But Cardi came out blasting, saying she knows exactly what's going on in her house and calling the whole thing crazy lies with zero receipts. But here's the part that sent jaws hitting the floor. Joe Budden decided to dig up the whole mess on his podcast. Offset didn't just deny it, he pretty much implied the entire thing was twisted from the jump. Then DJ Academics poured gasoline on the fire, casually dropping names like Ari Fletcher and even Christian Rock into the conversation. And guess what? Ari's not playing games. She's reportedly hitting him with a $50 million defamation and emotional damage suit. Nobody saw that coming, but when the money starts drying up, lawsuits have a funny way of showing up at your front door. And Ari? She's been quiet for a minute, so it's looking like she's ready to secure that bag. But here's the thing. Before that $50 million headline even rocked the timeline, the Saweetie Offset rumor had already been living rent-free in hip-hop gossip circles since late 2021. And it wasn't just messy. It was a straight-up family betrayal rumor. Back then, Saweetie had just split from Quavo after 2 years of luxury trips, iced-out gifts, designer bags, and every Instagram-worthy moment you can imagine.
Said them, what is it? Saweetie, Christian Rock, Ari, like, yo, this is, yo, Offset was piping out chicks that Cardi was supposed to do music.
But in March 2021, TMZ dropped that infamous elevator video, the one where they were tussling over a Call of Duty case. And that clip alone had the breakup looking toxic. What followed? Internet chaos. Word spread that Saweetie allegedly hooked up with Offset while he was married to Cardi. The claim came from some unnamed industry insider. No pics, no texts, no hotel receipts, just vibes, whispers, and pure drama. And because Offset's cheating past was already public, remember, Cardi even filed for divorce in 2020 before taking him back, this rumor spread faster than Offset could even drop a verse. Then came October 2022. Quavo and Takeoff dropped their joint album Only Built for Infinity Links. And track number 4, Messy, lit the internet up like fireworks. One line had everybody's jaws on the floor. BF my dog behind my back. That single bar was all it took for fans to spin the theory wheel. My dog, plus the gang. They swore Quavo was firing shots at Offset. Quavo later brushed it off, saying people were overthinking, but the damage was done. And when the Migos officially split not long after, he kept hinting in interviews that loyalty had been broken. By 2023, the chatter had cooled, until Offset cranked it all the way back up like gasoline on a lit candle. First came the Joe Budden interview, then DJ Academics jumped in swinging. On Twitch, Ac went off claiming Offset was smashing women who were literally dropping "I love you, queen" comments under Cardi's own Instagram posts. He even alleged that some of them were Cardi's own friends. Now, Cardi has dealt with wild cheating rumors before. Remember when Selena Powell claimed she was pregnant with Offset's baby? Cardi clapped back hard, then later admitted she learned not to give lies oxygen, saying, "People gonna make you worse." So in classic Cardi fashion, she stayed quiet during Ac's rant, at least in public, but behind the scenes? Fans swear she was quietly stacking receipts, and that's exactly what leads us to the alleged naughty tape leak. If the whispers are true, this was no oops accident. It was a calculated move, a revenge play designed to scorch the earth in a way no apology could patch up. Because here's the real tea. After academics threw Offset's alleged Saweetie list back into the gossip bloodstream, this could have stayed just another messy internet storm. But instead, it turned into a full-on wildfire when a certain video allegedly surfaced. Now, we can't show anything here, but according to multiple industry insiders, the one who allegedly leaked what's now being called the naughty tape was Cardi B herself. And the two stars in that tape? Allegedly, Offset and Saweetie. If the chatter's true, Cardi didn't just leak it for revenge. She dropped it like a bomb to make sure every bridge was burned beyond repair. Cardi's brand new romance with NFL star Stephon Diggs was already turning heads. But then she threw shade with, "None of my exes upgraded after me." Fans pounced on that one, especially since the naughty tape scandal had just crawled back into the headlines. If Saweetie's $50 million lawsuit picks up steam, that little soundbite could end up replayed in court as proof of malice and ongoing beef. And here's where it gets even juicier. Legal insiders are now whispering that if this mess makes it to trial, we could see witness subpoenas flying out to everyone from Blueface to Chrissy and Rock, maybe even Latto's current girlfriend. Picture the witness list looking like the main stage lineup at Rolling Loud. Except instead of music, it's all messy testimony, leaked receipts, and career-killing confessions. From what's been leaked so far, Saweetie's legal squad is stacking their case on three main pillars. Defamation, claiming the leak falsely portrayed her and torched her brand image, especially with big endorsement deals she was allegedly negotiating. Intentional infliction of emotional distress, saying the leak was dropped to humiliate and emotionally wreck her on purpose. Economic damage, pointing to canceled contracts and lost performance gigs tied directly to the scandal. Word is, her team has already filed early discovery requests for digital forensic evidence. We're talking IP addresses, email metadata, and even cloud storage logs, all to try and link the leak straight to Cardi or Offset. And here's the bombshell. Industry insiders claim Saweetie's lawyer has private messages between her and Offset that could prove they did get a little too close. Offset has never publicly admitted to anything, but if those messages are real and end up as courtroom evidence, they could finally confirm years of speculation and give her lawsuit some very heavy ammo. The whispers in the industry are clear. Cardi's motive might have been straight-up personal retaliation. But the possible witness list? Oh, this is where things get absolutely wild. Insiders are saying subpoenas could hit Quavo for whatever he knows about the original rumor and any receipts he's been sitting on, DJ Academics for allegedly amplifying the mess, and even Blueface and Chrissy and Rock for their own public shots about Offset's behavior. If that lineup turns out to be real, we're looking at a trial with as much entertainment value as legal weight, a courtroom circus with front-row drama. And if forensic evidence ends up tying Cardi directly to that leak, she could be staring down both civil and criminal heat. In California, non-consensual distribution of intimate images is a full-on crime that can bring jail time. Even if the criminal charge doesn't stick, a $50 million civil judgment could be financially brutal, especially with Cardi still tangled in that Tasha K payout saga, where Tasha's made it clear she's not coughing up a dime anytime soon. Offset wouldn't walk away untouched either. His whole brand would take a beating. Labels hate scandals, especially the kind that could tank endorsement deals and make big money partnerships disappear overnight. But here's where the plot takes a nasty twist. Word on the street is someone inside Cardi's own camp might have been the one who actually leaked the tape. Yep. This could be a betrayal story layered right on top of the revenge scandal. Multiple unnamed insiders are claiming the leak might not have come from Cardi's phone directly, but from someone close to her. One exclusive report says a former assistant in her circle has been quietly telling people at NYC industry events that they handled certain files for Cardi, including intimate clips, and that one of those files somehow ended up in the wrong hands. What's unclear? Whether this assistant was fired, left on bad terms, or was just chasing clout. But if this story checks out, it opens an entirely new can of worms. Cardi could still be on the hook if the file originated in her possession, and Saweetie's lawyers could easily start dragging members of her inner circle into depositions. That would turn this into a whole new level of scandal. And here's the wild part. guess who really benefits from all this chaos? Some fan theories are pointing fingers at rap rivals who've stayed way too quiet through this whole storm. That's why even though Saweetie's lawsuit is technically about a leak and defamation, this trial could turn into a stage for years' worth of grudges, old industry beef, and hidden betrayals to spill out right there under oath. One thing's for sure. Whether Cardi leaked that tape herself, an assistant went rogue, or a friend passed it along, the fallout is massive. This $50 million lawsuit isn't just about a payday. It's about Saweetie's reputation, her career survival, and sending a loud warning to anyone thinking about coming for her again. For Cardi and Offset, this is the nightmare scenario. Cardi's still dealing with that multi-million-dollar judgment from the Tasha K case, while Offset's solo career is still trying to find solid ground after Migos. And now his name's back in headlines for all the wrong reasons. If they settle, the full truth might never come out, just like the original 2021 rumor. But if this goes to trial, oh, you can bet we're going to see texts, DMs, and witness testimony that will make messy sound like a bedtime story. And if the so-called middleman gets named in open court, whew, the internet won't even be ready for that explosion. The real question now isn't just whether Saweetie wins her case, it's whether Cardi's own circle will turn on her, whether Offset might throw her under the bus to save himself, and whether Quavo will finally confirm the cheating rumor that sparked this entire saga. Because if any of those things happen, we're not just talking about a celebrity scandal. We're talking about a career-ending chain reaction. So I need to know, do you think Cardi leaked that tape on purpose? Was this an inside job? Or is someone in the industry pulling strings to keep both Cardi and Saweetie distracted while they play their own game? Drop your thoughts in the comments because this case is still unfolding and every new detail is messier than the last. Hit that like button if you're riding with me. And if you're a real one, tap the bell so you don't miss the next update. Because the next chapter is coming, and trust me, it's about to get even wilder. See you in the next one.